Hello, hello, my lovely gems. Welcome to Vivid Vibration. I hope that y'all are doing well. My phone's about to die, but also I just felt really inspired to do these videos right this second. So, you know, but I just feel like this, I don't know. And maybe it's just like this, it's just like a part of growing up, right? Like we're all growing up, and I just kind of feel like this sense of being so far away from something, like have you ever just needed to get so far away from something because you literally couldn't think? Do you know what I mean? And you know that you're not okay. And I feel like there's just this idea of I know that I'm not okay. And I can't be okay when I'm never given a safe space to figure out what's wrong and how to heal it. Do you, that's what that feels like. I just feel like this sense of just um and really needing to make a decision. I feel like to just I don't know. It does. It just feels like running away and making a decision to run away because that was the only way that you were going to be able to think. And then making a decision once you've thought, I don't know, once you've dealt with whatever it was where you're just like, I'm not okay and I can't be okay until I figure this shit out. You know what I mean? And all I was asking for the entire time was for everybody to just stop attacking me. You know what I mean? I just feel like this idea, and I want to cry. Gems, I'm telling you, I felt so I have to do this right now. But it's just this idea of really needing to cut that out, right? Cut those decisions, leave those decisions behind. Whichever side of the story you're on, because if you're the one who's attacking, you know what I mean? Then it's like nobody can think, and they can't heal because you won't let up long enough for them to heal. You know what I mean? It's like you just keep whipping them, and it's like, okay, so I don't know. I feel like there has been a conversation that's occurred that has allowed for, it feels like you went to couples therapy. I feel like I'm in couples therapy right now. And it's I almost feel like both people are able to say, I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying and why you're saying it. Do you know what I'm saying? It just feels like this. I'm recognizing all of the valid things that are being said. Right? And I think that and in response to that, I feel like the other person is I can tell. Thank you. Thank you for finally hearing me out. And you know what I mean? And that was all I ever really wanted. And now it's like these two people who were speaking these very different languages were far enough removed from something that they were able to have an actual conversation about it and work it out. You know what I mean? And making a decision that you can't keep living in this this absurd action reaction energy. You know what I mean? That's not healthy. And I mean, I don't know, because how do you overcome situations like that? What do you do when you can't be in the same room as somebody and have a conversation with them because they hate you so much that it's ugh, you know what I mean? How do you do that? How do you start that conversation? How do you engage in that in a way that doesn't blow up in your face? You know what I mean? And I feel like there's just this idea of when both extremes are able to just hear one another out, without being triggered all of the time, you know, and able to say, okay, yes, yes, I see that. Yes, yes, I hear this. You know what I mean? Like, this is registering. We are having a conversation. You know what I mean? And not and feeling like you're making progress, honestly, because ultimately, I feel like that's all that anybody really wanted. You know what I mean? I just feel like two people who are fighting for the same goal, but are just at every opportunity, like, I will whip the ground out from underneath you just the same as you'll do it to me. If that's the game you want to play, fine. Do you know what I mean? But like, that doesn't get anybody anywhere. And I don't know. I just feel like this decision to like bring that to an end, 5:55 when I looked up. Okay, sorry. I haven't even done any clarifiers yet. This is just, I don't know. Needed to be done, I suppose. Can't avoid it but for so long. Okay, Ace of Pentacles. Ten of Cups. High Priestess. Six of Pentacles. King of Swords. Again, it does feel like this decision. Oh, and the Knight of Cups. Like a decision that's being made that I just feel like it's time to cut this, like, cut the shit. You know what I mean? Like, yes, I'm for it. Let's cut it. You know what I mean? There's this idea of knowing, because again, it goes to go back to that like couples therapy context of like, I feel like there's just like this knowing of being on the same, like we're going the same way here. Like, this is an opportunity for a new beginning, and I think that you're taking it. You know what I mean? You're like, okay, yes, this is a great way to show that we are on the same page. Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords. And Eight of Pentacles. Well, I almost feel like being given an opportunity I don't know, because like I think of the, what is the, like, you can't, if the flower doesn't grow in an environment, you don't blame the flower for not growing. You put it in a different environment, right? And it's just kind of like, I feel like there's an acknowledgement here of, I don't know, I just feel like a different environment. And somebody, again, it's that idea of like, well, I hear you, I hear what you're saying, but like, do you hear what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because again, it's just always been that like that feeling like you're just speaking a different language, and like the only way you can understand someone is like, you know what I mean? I think of my ex-husband, because there were times where I was like, I feel like I understand him when I'm high, but when I'm not, he doesn't make any sense to me. And I really like genuinely struggled with that. You know what I mean? And I like, and I feel like it's probably that way even still. I feel like maybe he got high and watched one of my videos, and then we like had a conversation about it. I don't know. But it's like, I feel like there's a new truth here, and it acknowledges that everyone's been working really hard, and I feel like everyone is just ready to like move past what was and create what it is that I think everyone really wanted in the first place. And sometimes you just have to be, you need distance. You know what I mean? You just need some time. But better to take time and to heal than to never take the time to heal and continue to be a person who you do not want to be. Because part of the reason you don't want to be that person is because you feel like you're somebody who has to be dealt with. And that doesn't really do a lot for the idea of like love. And there's a whole lot more to it. You know what I mean? And I think that, I don't know, I think that there's just a decision being made. You've got the Ace of Wands, the King of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles. And I mean, you have the Knight of Cups twice. And I feel like there's just an idea of, I mean, the Six of Pentacles in this usually reads steal from Peter to give to Paul. You know, just kind of this idea of like, I know that you're gonna be worse off, but it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Kind of energy. And I feel like that's passing, honestly. I don't feel like that's going to be around for very long, but I just kind of get this feeling of like there is opportunity here. There is truth to be found in this. You know what I mean? And the truth is, I feel like you're able to really move past it because for whatever reason, I just feel like there's enough distance between it all that like, whatever, like if there's somebody who felt like they could not grow in that environment, like they found an environment they could grow in so that they could come back and say to you, you know what I mean? Like I could hear you. I was listening. I was addressing everything that you were laying at my table. I just wasn't strong enough to take any more whippings. And what I need for you to acknowledge is that you never quit throwing shit at me. Do you know what I mean? Like you never gave me an opportunity to breathe. And again, it just feels like this. I feel like I'm in couples therapy right now. Gems. The river. I mean, the river is FOMO. I don't really want to end on FOMO. But I feel like I don't know. I just feel like there's this fear of missing an opportunity. You know, I don't know how that'll play out for you individually, Gems, because I don't know. I feel like it's like this is like very intense couples therapy type of read. You know, if this doesn't resonate with y'all, you know, thanks for hanging out and please leave it for whoever it does. But the river and the offering, it's just, I feel like if you guys have reached a point of healing individually to the place where you can come together and you can heal collectively, there is also that, like, there's still that choice to just go in separate directions. You know what I mean? To just say, like, I forgive you and thank you for forgiving me. And I hope that everything beautiful and amazing and wonderful happens. And I hope that you have someone who speaks your language, so that you don't have to spend your life trying to speak a language you don't understand, you know? And parting ways. I don't know how that'll play out for you all individually, but that's where we're at. So thank you so much for sharing in this energy with me. And, you know, it feels very vulnerable and I'm here for it, you know? So, yeah, if this does resonate, please give me a like, share, and subscribe, and I will see y'all again soon. Bye.